for the crime rates to
Crime rate,
reflect.
100. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we've had a very, very bad year.
No, right now?
Right now.
Right, since this
yeah.
program started.
But prior to that, we had,
Prior, I know, you're down 35%
Yeah.
crime. It's amazing. The shootings, the violence was all tied to those.
to those gang members.
Okay. That's again, part of the focus is that while we reduce the prison population, we want to get the real bad guys in. So there's a heavy focus on gang cases and targeting the right people. Still paying out for the right people in 100. And affecting the 101 a lot too.
Yes. So far, so good. We'll see it.
And I'm glad to hear that you're saying that you're getting the second cars.
Yes,
Showed up to me.
yes,
That's
they
key.
are. The sector cars are coming.
That's key.
Any other questions?
I knew you were going to come back. I knew you were coming back.
Come back, okay. In terms of taking manpower from the other units within precinct, is it anti-crime?
Not anti-crime.
Okay, or from whatever
Homicide.
other specialized units, how are those functions now going to be performed by the?
They're going to be performed by the sector cops, the NCOs, and the response cars. You're a general police officer. You should be able to handle everything in your job. That it's all key about owning your job.
There's
I
no
think the
more
real question is
specialization.
whether or not anyone's being replaced. It doesn't sound like anyone's being replaced at this point.
What do you mean by that?
Like the crime affair, community affairs officers will still be there, the anti-crime
Yes.
officers, crime officers will still be
Your
there.
conditions teams, the guys that were going out grabbing all your, low-level arrests and everything, those guys had to move back into regular patrol. So they're in the squads now. They're either covering sectors, they're response cars, some of them became NCOs. Those are the sort of things that you're losing from the command. The impact officers, you're going to see slowly going back into the command. Because we want to give those officers, one, we owe it to them to be trained properly. And two, instead of, again, downtown controlling, hey, put your cops here, put it there, you're not going to be losing the number of police officers in the command. They're going to go into that command and the precinct CO who have the authority to push them here, there, or wherever that command needs.
Okay, Betty, and then Florence.
In terms of collaboration, does the board have a role in monitoring services? How are you going to be coordinating this program with our role in terms of
We
that?
should be talking to you on a regular basis.
So that we can have some semblance of where we're starting from. Will you be providing each of the boards, through the precincts, information broken down by those sectors? For example, Sector A, this is the crime pattern trend in that sector for the year before, so that we have a baseline to start from, and then we'll be reporting crime numbers back by those divisions, so that we can see, where we
My
are.
neighbor, where you are.
And how much collaboration we have with it, since we have a great deal of impact on other service areas. In a sense, you're going to be having resources trying to do some of that work in their interaction. How will you be coordinating that with our work?
Again, it's
That
all-
was one of the downsides on community policing and cops, it was a good
Too
program,
many.
it worked well. But you had individual police officers trying to do the right thing and going around putting in complaints, contacting agencies, where we already may have a history on that problem. We may have been working on it and it may involve a planning agency. There's got to be that kind of coordination. So, I think,
I can
set
answer.
up some parameters.
I got it. Again, now there's one sergeant in charge of it, and that's part of the problem with community policing in the past. You have command with 50 guys who were called the community police officers, and no one coordinates what they did, each went out separately, exactly what you're saying. That's why you limit it, it's usually 8 per command, some with 6, some with a few more housing, we gave a few extra NCOs directly to the developments. But the sergeant, the NCO sergeant, should be the coordinator for it. So in every one of the community boards, there should be a direct relationship with the NCO sergeant who works directly with the precinct CO. So obviously the precinct CO is supposed to be the guy that coordinates it, but if he gives it, I can see on the ground level would be the NCO sergeant that should be working closely.
And I just
Florence,
mentioned-
Florence
Oh, sorry.
is next.
I think I got my answer, but I'm not quite sure. In Community Board 114 precinct, we have a lot of nightlife, unenclosed cafes, clubs, and we work very closely with community affairs. So the NCOs will be working as closely with us, assisting in the quality of life issues.
They will be working very closely with the ones in their sector. So yeah, I know the 114 is up there. The NCO that's assigned to that sector, along with the second top, is assigned there, working late doors every night. So we send a second guy there on late doors. They would also get to know you and work together with us. That's kind of the best part about this, is that 24/7 is someone assigned who has ownership of that sector.
Chief, is it possible for us to get a copy of?
I can have we know.
So if you email it to us, we'll email it to all the district managers and the chairs so that they can share with their public safety committee. Giovanna, what?
Yes, will this change have any effect of the impact zones, particularly the Roosevelt Avenue impact?
We haven't gotten that far at this point. Look how we're going. I know the Roosevelt's a big issue, but ideally, the idea would be to just take those cops and put them into the 110 and the 115, and let them mandate the hours and how to cover that area. This way, they are handling their own job. That would kind of be the concept. But that's still a ways off. I know in the 110 and 115.
I will say that the impact zone and the officers that are assigned to those that play a key role in addressing issues on the avenue. So I hope that, there'll be more communication before any changes implemented.
There's no way they're going to abandon Roosevelt, whether it's called Impact or it's called the 115 Roosevelt Post and the 110 Roosevelt Post. They're not going to abandon Impact. Believe me.
Just checking.
Good. Raj?
Yes, I have a question. With regards to increasing patrols around parks, like Community Board 9, we have Forest Park, would they be having more horseback patrols?
That's on an individual basis. Each precinct CO will call out if there's something that they would need. But that's not part of this program, horseback patrol.
All right. Go ahead, and then Gene, and then one more, and that's Danny. After.
Chief, my name is Lakshman Paraya from Community Board 9 and President for the 102nd Precinct Committee. In regard to the community relations services, question one, who will be training them? And if an officer has to respond, let's say,